Where did the week go? So busy. People are messaging me on LinkedIn. I should have turned that off. But anyway, it's Jason Kanigan from Cold Start Tech, and it is Friday, the 17th. The 17th of January. Wow. The date is coming up quick for the Space Horizons 2020 conference at Brown in Rhode Island on February 8th. And if that's not in your book, check it out. I think I'll put a link in the description if I remember. That would be good. This is episode number 26 of Make Space Boring, the quick, sort of daily vlog. I have done a terrible job of being on it daily this week. Been just too busy. But I have recorded with Fabien Royer, who is a doctoral candidate at Caltech, and he's the co-chair of the 2019 Space Engineering Challenge hosted by Caltech, which is I learned so much in this episode of the Cold Star project that will come out in an incredibly long time from now. Unfortunately, the gap is getting larger and larger between when we record and when they'll release, probably 2.5 months, something like that. But this thing is amazing. It's an opportunity for any student anywhere in the world, and about 600 to 800 students actually apply for this thing. It's every 2 years they host this event, and you apply. They pick 32 out of those 600 to 800 students, and they want everybody from all over, not just engineering students, but designers, business people, all kinds, scientists. They want all of you there, and the deal is it's funded, and it's been running since 2011. You just show up at your airport, and they pay for everything. They pay for your airfare, the hotel. They take you on a tour of JPL. They've got industry advisors there from like Northrop Grumman and Caltech and JPL, and they give you a mission. They split you into 2 teams and give you a mission. It's like, wow, man. I mean, I graduated in 1997, so this thing was not available for me, but I sure wish I could have been on something like that. What an incredible industry connecting, fun, friendship creating event. And so this contest, if you're interested in what I have to say here, maybe connect with Fabien and see about 2021. The applications for the 2021 contest, they open up in the winter of this year, so like December. You want to get your application in now, but or start thinking about it now to get it in then. Boy, I can't imagine a better experience for a student. So last night I recorded with Bryant Baker, who is a Air Force JAG and a space lawyer, and he's one of the first people I met in the space industry when I was just getting into connecting with people on LinkedIn. He posted, "Hey, I'm looking for mentors in space," and I said, "So am I." That's me comparing notes. And so we had a good chat that day, and then I had to get approval from the Air Force to have him on as a guest, and that's quite typical, and it's lengthy. I have a number of guests who we need to go through a compliance process, and it's fine, and demonstrate, hey, we're not talking about state secrets here or anything like that. But we had a fun talk. As you know, I've had several space lawyers on, and I wanted to make each one of these interviews different. And in Bryant's case, I wanted his story to be shared. And again, look for this in about 90 days. So I think we're at a 13-week gap right now between when we record and when they come out. And that because it's popular and people want to be on the Cold Star project, that gap is lengthening, unfortunately. And I'm not quite sure what to do about it. I don't want a second show, and I don't want to start spitting these things out twice a week. I think that dilutes it. So I'm open to suggestions. If you have something you want to message me as an idea, let me know. I'm open to it. But Bryant really got into space sideways, and it's a story of perseverance and being very clear about what he wants. And in doing so, he has found that mentors appear through the Air Force and that to help him. And it's a path that anyone could follow. But few people do. I really find people don't take control of their careers as much as they could, myself included back in the day. I wanted a mentor. I just didn't know that they were available or how to ask or anything like that, and I wish I had. At the time, it would have made an enormous difference. I'd probably be 10 years ahead of where I am now. But Nah, what you gonna do? The wisdom comes later, right? So anyway, next week's Cold Star Project episode is with Laura Forczyk, and it's Laura's birthday today, and she just released her book, and she did a Kickstarter for this thing, and it raised more money than she was looking for. And it's stories. It's called Rise of the Space Age Millennials. It's stories about people, I guess, in their 20s and 30s getting into the space field and how they did it. And that lines up very well with what I like, which is helping young people like feel like there is help that they can get, or direction they can get, and that. I need you to understand, I was a plant manager when I was 25. I should step back and say that. And I quit a job that I didn't like and shouldn't have been at, and just gunned for this factory manager job, which I'd been told, oh no, you're too young, you can't get. You have to pay your dues. And to hell with the person who told me that. They were completely wrong. And for the rest of my life, I can tell people, hey, you can shave 10 years off of your career path. And, a year later, I was managing a 150-person garment factory with 6 supervisors reporting to me. I'm 26 years old at the time. I had hair back then, so that really helped with a lot of foundational and belief experience that got me to where I am today. So. To transfer some of that to young people, to go, hey, you don't have to slog it out and fight it out on the greasy pole of career struggle for years and years and years. You can pick what you want and go get it, and people will actually step out of their way to help you in these situations. So Laura's book is, and I just bought a copy. There's a picture of me with it, Kindle copy. And I'm looking forward to reading that and being re-inspired by these stories, because she's crowdsourced these stories and edited them and that. And I'll put a review up once I've done reading it. It's so hard. It's so hard to get reviews for books. It really, really is. If you've released a book, so if you have a chance, if you get her book and you read it and you like it, please go and leave a review. Hopefully it'll be a 5-star one, because it's just tough. Like thousands of people probably have to read the book, certainly hundreds, to get one person to get off their duff and do a review. So I like to help people who are doing things and taking action and understand marketing and that. So I'll be doing that. Let's see, book to be on the Cold Star Project. We have Michael Lawton, founder at Oxford Space Systems. He got off his duff this week and booked. And also Urlings in the Netherlands. He's a M2Sat founder, interested in this satellite Internet of Things, which I've said before, and I'll say it again. It scares the hell out of me that James Mickens' 2015 talk on the state of the security of Internet of Things just terrified me. So I'm looking forward to Hub calming that down, telling me it's all right, informing me of what the reality is here in 2020. It's been 5 years. And I also appreciate these guys for bumping me in the messenger chat here, including today Florian Gautier, Troy Howe of Howe Industries. He's a NASA NIAC grant-funded guy. Dr. Gordon Roesler. These guys have all stepped up in the last week or so to give me a nudge and say, hey, our dates are coming up, and that. So I appreciate that. We are getting a lot more listenership for the show. I've had guests that I've recorded with tell me, hey, our people around me, our little band of brothers, are listening to the show. So I appreciate that. If you have a chance to share it with anyone, or even share the Make Space Boring episodes, please do, especially with students, because I find, and I did this myself, I kind of banked on, this was going back to 1996. I knew I was going to graduate the following year, and I kind of banked on getting a job with the guy I'd done my 4th term project with in the operations management program, and it worked out. But there were some scrambling moments there between July and September when the offer came in that I thought, is this going to happen or not? And so if I'd been smarter networking in the second year of the 2-year program, and then I had a bunch of credits from the time that I'd been to university before, plus I think 7 more courses or 12 more courses or something like that, that I had to take to finish up that glomming lump of credits to get the business degree. If I had paid more attention to networking and getting to know people, it would have helped out a lot at job search time. And so the spade work you do now is really important. So if you're an older person and you want to help younger people, please share. They can sign up at coldstartech.com/MSB. That's short for Make Space Boring. And I do the mostly somewhat weekday, daily emails, quick emails, reminding them about this quick vlog, and also any full Cold Star Project episodes that come out, any news. And think about it this way. I've done the heavy lifting for you, right? I have met these people. I've talked to these people. I have proven that they are not demons with horns growing out of their heads. They're all very nice, friendly people, right? I've pre-qualified them for you. And so for you as a student to connect with these folks, they're not going to tear your head off and say, why the hell are you trying to talk to me, right? I've already cleared the way for you to know that. And they were nice people before I got there. So kudos to them, Anyway, watch for Laura Forsyk's episode coming out this Monday, the 20th, coming up. January is almost over, folks. What's happened? And go get her book if you can, all right? I'm sure it'll be valuable to everyone.